Hello, my name's Becca, and I'm going to show you my. What is it? Hello, my name's Becca, and. Hello, my name's Becca, and I'm going to show you my entire hardback collection.
Hello, welcome back. If you're new here, my name is Becca and today I'm going to show you my entire hardback collection. Now, that might not seem very exciting, but you may have noticed by looking at my shelves that they only really fit standard paperbacks and shorter than usual hardbacks. So if I buy a normal full-size hardback, it is for a specific reason, because I don't have a lot of space for them because they don't fit on my normal shelves. So I haven't pulled off all the short hardbacks I have on my shelves because some of those I've just bought because I wanted them. They're not a big deal because they fit where all of my other books fit. But the majority of these are my full-size hardbacks that I bought for a specific reason. They have to be special for me to buy them because of my limited space to hold them. So we're gonna start off with the obvious ones. I'm not gonna go through these ones individually. Oh, bugger. And that is all of my Sarah J Maas books, which is, oh god, the pain. These. So I have all of the ACOTAR series and all of the Throne of Glass series. This hurts. I'm gonna put these down. And the only one of these that is really special is the Empire of Storms hardback, and that is because it is the Barnes & Noble limited edition with the art in it. The back as well. And I picked this up when I was in Florida. That's the only reason I got this one, is because I was there and I could pick it up from Barnes & Noble. But the rest are all kind of special to me because obviously I've chose to buy the US hardbacks instead of the paperbacks, because I love Sarah J Maas so much and I love these books, so I want a nice pretty fancy hardback collection. Then I have just a few special shorter hardbacks. The first one of which is A Night of Cake and Puppets by Laini Taylor. This is the, I think is it 2.5 or 3.5 in the Daughter of Smoke and Bone series, which I haven't read yet, but I had to have this because it's so beautiful. It's like a cloth bound, so the design is actually printed on the cover, and the illustrations in this are just beautiful. Look at the contents page, look at this. I love it. I also have the Fantasy Classics, I think it's called, edition of The Lies of Loch Lamora by Scott Lynch. Once again, I haven't read this. However, I asked for this for my birthday and I thought, well, if I'm receiving it as a gift, I may as well get the fancy one. So this is a series that Waterstones have started doing, although I believe you can buy them in other places as well. And they're just like cloth bound, foiled, printed. You can get the entire Mistborn series. There's some Terry Pratchett books. And there's just generally like a range of big epic fantasies printed in these fancy editions. I also have the Red Queen Collector's Edition, which I got because it was Red Queen and I love Red Queen. However, it's not actually that fancy. Like, unless you're a massive fan, I wouldn't bother, because the pages are actually printed really cheaply. And the only thing it has in it is an exclusive interview, but all of the stuff that's in the interview is stuff that I already knew. However, it's quite pretty. It's nothing phenomenal, but I like it. And the last short hardback I have is my Slytherin House edition of Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. I don't have the Chamber of Secrets yet, but I will be getting it. I also have these guys, which are also really awkward to shelve and almost as heavy as my entire Sarah J Maas collection. But these are the illustrated editions of the Philosopher's Stone, Chamber of Secrets and Prisoner of Azkaban, which I'm sure you've seen 100 times. But yeah, like, I literally have nowhere to store this. They just lean against the wall on a table because where am I supposed to put such huge books? Now the bulk of my collection. The first one is the UK hardcover of Strange the Dreamer by Laini Taylor. This is not the blue sprayed edges one because I couldn't get it, but my boyfriend hunted this down on eBay for me and got me a hardback edition, which I'm really excited for because I've ordered the special, well, the first run of the UK Muse of Nightmares with the orange pages. So they're going to match and they're going to be beautiful and I'm going to love it. I also have the first and third books in the Bone Season by Samantha Shannon in the original cover run. The only way that you can get these in these matching covers now is if you order them directly from her website as a sort of special edition. When the further books will be released, they've changed the covers for all of them. I am missing the second one, which wasn't one of the special ones. They only started to be special when the Song Rising started. But if any of you guys are wanting to get rid of one or selling one, then please let me know and I will gladly buy it off you. The only reason I don't have it yet is because it's not a huge priority because I'm not rereading these until next year at least, but I would like to have it eventually. The Song Rising as well is also signed. I have Bonfire by Kristen Ritter. I have to admit this one isn't special. I just found it at a charity shop really cheap, so I thought it was one that I would probably read and then maybe unhaul, so I don't mind it taking up a little bit of space for a little while. And I also have An Enchantment of Ravens by Margaret Rogerson, which was super hyped when it came out, but I've since heard it's not very good. But I did get the hardback for Christmas, I think, from Rain. So I do own this. I haven't read it yet, but it's pretty. I like it. I also have Heartless by Marissa Meyer, which I got because I love Marissa Meyer. I love the Lunar Chronicles. This isn't as good as the Lunar Chronicles, but I still enjoy it. I also want the hardback of Renegades, which I don't have yet. And I'm probably going to collect the rest of Marissa Meyer's books in hardback. And this one was a complete impulse buy, which I never do with books from authors that I've never read before. But I picked up Furyborn by Claire Legrand because the cover is absolutely beautiful. Unfortunately, it has deckled edges and I really don't like them. But it's still got a pretty cover, and I'm hoping that this is going to be a book I love, in which case I'll be glad that I spent the extra money to get it in hardback. These ones are exciting because one of these I haven't shown you that I managed to get yet, but it's the hardback of Nevernight by J. Kristoff. This cost me £25 on eBay, but it's so worth it because now it matches my first print Black Sprayed Pages Godgrave. As you know, I love this series. It took me forever to find this at a reasonable price in this country, and I'm so pumped to have them all, and I can't wait to see the cover for Dark Dawn. I have Caraval by Stephanie Garber, which I have to be honest, I bought this because me and Ryan went into Waterstones and we saw it on the table and the cover is just beautiful. And then we noticed that it was £5 on Amazon, so we both ordered a copy. Had no idea about this until this year when Legendary was released. This book has been sat on my shelf since Caraval was released, and I did not know that it had this until this year. I don't know how. The next is the first 3 books in a series that I've just recently added to. The first book in this series is Leigh Bardugo's Wonder Woman Warbringer. These are the Waterstones special editions that I think you can now buy in WH Smith's and somewhere else, so they're not exclusive to Waterstones anymore, but they're absolutely beautiful hardbacks. The second one I read recently, and that is Batman Nightwalker by Marie Lu. And the third one is brand new that I haven't hauled for you yet, and that is Catwoman Soul Stealer by Sarah J Maas, which I'm so excited to read. This is also signed. It's my only signed Sarah J Maas book, so you have no idea how happy I am about that. And I just think they're really beautiful. I discussed in some of my Booktubeathon vlogs how I'm not sure what I was thinking getting into this series because I don't expect to like them that much because I don't like superheroes. It was essentially so that I could have a matching set for this Sarah J Maas book. I'm not gonna lie, that was my original motivations, but I really like Leigh Bardugo and obviously I love Sarah J Maas, so I'm hoping that I'm gonna love those 2 books in the series, even though I didn't really like Batman and I haven't read anything by the author that's going to be writing the Superman book. Another Leigh Bardugo book is The Language of Thorns. This is the collection of novellas or fairy tales in the Grisha world that goes with the Grisha series and Six of Crows. It is illustrated, as I'm sure you all know. And this is the UK edition, which is again cloth bound and foiled. I think the US one has a dust jacket, but this one is just literally printed onto the hardback cover. And next I have 2 of the same book. The first one I bought reluctantly, and that was Warstorm by Victoria Aveyard. And I bought this reluctantly because what I originally wanted was the large size paperback that matches my set. However, the book was not published in that. Yes, I am still bitter about it. So this one will be on hold at some point. I'm just waiting to do an actual unhaul or decide what I'm really going to do with it. But the second edition of this book that I have is one that I actually wanted. And that is the Blue Sprayed Edges Tour Exclusive Edition. It also came with bookmark. Is the bookmark in it? It says Rise Red as Dawn, and there's also a poster with this artwork on as well. So this is the one that I'm going to keep. I'm going to do something with the other one that I didn't want. I am very annoyed about this though, because this was a tour exclusive, so you could only buy it after the book was released, but I had to read the book to go to the sign-in, which I didn't end up going to, but I intended to. So I had to pay £15 for a full-priced hardback to read in the space of a week to go to a sign-in that was a week after the book's release to buy this one. So I spent £30 on this hardback. And I'm still annoyed because there isn't an edition that matches my actual full set of Red Queen books. But that's everything for my hardback collection. Please let me know if you have any of these or if you guys have any fancy special hardbacks. Also, please don't forget to like this video if you liked it and subscribe if you want to. If you head into my description box, you'll find a link to my Goodreads, Instagram and Twitter if you'd like to follow me on any of those, as well as a link to my Bookish body butter and candle website, the Instagram for that, and a 10% off discount code if you want to check any of that out. But that's it from me today. Bye!
Oh, you bite your friend like chocolate. You say you'll go and nobody knows, with guns hidden under our petticoats. We're never gonna quit it, no, we're never gonna quit it, no.